Okay, let me check if everything is working properly, and we're gonna continue with Dragon's Dogma. Again, I did change a few things a little bit. Hopefully, we're not gonna crash. Actually, wait a minute. I just realized, give me a second, I didn't change something. Yeah, let me mute myself. Everything seems to be fine in there, but I need to change something global. Was it over here? Okay, it seems like I can activate it whenever, so I'm gonna leave it over there. And we're gonna see how this is gonna go. Okay, everything seems to be working fine though. So let me go 1, 2. I can leave it there. Perfect. Let's go in. Now, it did crash last time just before I got the skills, but I did got the skills. I did reopen the game. I did want to check some stuff. You know, I wanted to play a little bit just to see if it is stable. I didn't play, you know, like do anything. I just moved around the city, which I'm currently lost. Let me go see if I have the proper... Actually, I can't check. Yeah, I do have the proper skills, don't I? Remedy and Ricochet. Let me just check everything, because this menu is what is causing the crashes most of the time. This is for sleep, right? Okay, yeah, this is for sleep. We have both of them, and we have that one as well. Extend the lock. Okay, yeah. Perfect. Now, we did went all the way down and grab the magic archer. Like if you see the map over here, we have a fair bit unlocked. Like we just teleport over there, and then we went all the way to the city and all the way down here. It was a little bit harder than expected, but to be fair, it is possible. It is okay to do. It seems only evolution. Okay, yeah, we're not gonna do that. So what we're gonna do... Which one are we gonna do first? I do remember this one. Let me... Okay. Let me take all the armors and everything, and we're gonna try to check... Oof. I have absolutely nothing. Great. So I'm gonna need this one. This one. And I think I have everything else, don't I? Also, let me go and sleep for the nightfall. It is a shame that... Okay, we're not gonna do that just yet. It is a shame that the magic archer is not exactly a mage, so we don't have the levitation. Imagine if you could use that. Where the hell am I going? Let's sleep until nightfall. What the hell happened? I was like, what? Did the game crash? What is this kind of crash? Oh, hello. You've been going places as well. Okay, thank you everyone. And let's continue now. Let's open this one and... Wait, do we have both armor sets? Oh yeah, she has this one. Okay, let me grab all of that. And we're gonna go... Let's go up first. Yeah, actually, wait a minute. Pretty sure I pressed that. Thank you. Let's equip... Okay, this is the guard outfit, so we should be able to go inside. I wanna go up there, and if there is... what is it called? There are 2 missions on the castle. One is to go and check for a specific item on a room, and the other one is to go for a ball, if there is a ball. Is it called a ball? I don't remember. But yeah, we do have both outfits. Both of them are gonna be useful enough. So let's go up and see if we can actually get in. Okay, we are able to go in. Thank you. Wait a minute. Let me remove that. There we go. I did this one first because this one has a specific time. It's not every time that it's happening. Wait. Do I have to remove my weapon? Okay, no. Wait a minute. That was actually random. I know people can see stuff. I know people can look stuff. I know people can see videos and stuff. But I've been stuck on this quest like... Man, I don't have the previous one, damn it. I don't have the previous one. I was like... I have done this quest. I haven't finished this quest. Correction. I have done this quest. Like, I've tried to do this and the game crashed at some point. But I remember going up and down over here on these 2 rooms and have no idea where the hell to go. And when I saw that, like, for a split second, I was like, that would be fun if this is a door. And it actually was a door. Okay, that was genuine for me. If you believe that or not, it doesn't matter, to be honest. I really loved it. Holy. That was a revelation for me, at least. I know people can fake this. I know people can search it, how to do the quest. But this is effectively where I have gone with the game. I haven't finished this quest. Like, this is the quest we were left at. We have done also the Nameless Village, and we also have done the... Wait. Ara.
見慣れぬ者がこの奥に入っていったとの報告があった。こっちよ。
おほほ。
おい、開けろ。
何かしら、お客様にしては物々しい。
大変申し訳ございません、ビルヒルミナ様。しかし族がこの区画に侵入したとの報告が入ったので。
そんなはずないわ。さっきまで表にいたのよ。でも誰も入っては来なかった。
そうですか。しかし
ご苦労様。お帰りなさい。陛下のお怒りに触れたくないならね。何かあれば私から知らせるわ。一体何のご用かしら。ここは貴族様たちの秘密の遊び場なのだけれど。何か知りたいことがあるという顔をしているわね。そうね。例えばこんなことかしら。
Wow, is there a chance?
いいか、俺を誰だと思ってやがるんだ。俺は王様 だぞ。それなりの扱いをしろよ。
分かっていますわ、陛下。さあ、もっとお飲みになって、それともそろそろお酒はやめて、別の遊びをいたしましょうか。どうします？
Yeah, I'm not into that. Sorry.
そこまでにしておきなさい。バレれば後で面倒なことになるのは目に見えてるわ。あなたは一体何を知りたいの？そうね。もし各社を
You Greek man? Yeah. Hello, Lizio. What do you mean? You already knew I was Greek. Ah, you're Greek man. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oof. I read that as you. Sorry. My bad. Trying to focus here. But too many things happening. I don't think we need help escaping. Have a question about Warhammer. Oh, many questions. Go ahead. Hit me.
普段はお店を経営してるの。娯楽の無事に逃げられたら遊びにいらっしゃい。
To play anytime if you escape.
うちの店はや。
I'm not smart, and I definitely don't know it all. But yeah, go ahead. I'm waiting, by the way. Yeah, we can continue. But yeah, I'm not. Like, I know many guys on Warhammer specifically that know much more than me. So I'm in a campaign as the Genuine, I'm guessing. One orc faction, like the guy that is resurrected. One orc faction, like the guy that is resurrected. Okay, I have trouble reading that. Holy. The vampiric orc, you mean Azag? He's not resurrected. I think he just took a crown, but that's... Yeah, what about the campaign, though? Let's not care about who you play. What is what is going on in the campaign? The black and white one, like the black... Yeah, Azag is up there. If I remember correctly, Azag starts versus the Slayer, Ungrim. And he has a crown that's supposed to give him like vampiric powers. There is like a vampire in the crown or a demon or something like that. And he has Wind of Death or something like that. He doesn't give much to his faction. He's kinda meh, to be honest. It's just like a different starting position for a base orc. It was okay. I think I had a little bit of fun playing him because it was nice to go down on the Empire and destroy everything. So he was like no special... Yeah. But I saw it up in recruitment that is like... this is from the WoW. Every orc has that. And stuff, but I don't know how to recruit them. Do you know? Yeah. Effectively what you do is you do a WoW. And if you're successful on the WoW, you get some units as a reward. You get to pick. It's like Rakath's Right, if you've played him. Like, after you finish a WoW, it's like, okay, you did the big WoW, and these are your 4 picks. Pick like 2 lava spiders or 6 wolves or, you know, something like that. You pick one of the 4, and then they go into the recruitment pool over there. And whenever you want, you recruit them. This is for every orc. It's not just for him. Yeah. It's the Y units you get as a reward. It's not specific to him. By the way, if you're playing orcs for the first time, I think Warzag might be one of the best stock orcs. It gives you like a stock experience kinda, but man, he's insane. Right, so... And how is the size calculated? I think it I'm not sure, I don't remember, but I think it has to do with the size of the WoW, like what kind of trophy you got, plus what kind of turn it is. I'm not sure about the turns, but I think the actual trophies does matter. The trophies goes like, if the enemy you're declaring a WoW, when you are declaring the WoW, is between strength number 1 and 10, you get a big trophy. If it is from 10, I think, to 30, something like that, or either 30 or 20, you get like a medium trophy and everything else is small. I think you can see that if you hover over the WAD declaration. Like if you check the trophies, I think they kinda say that you have to point your mouse on somewhere. I don't remember exactly where. It's either the trophy or the number when you're trying to declare WA. Like it does say exactly how the trophies are calculated, but I don't remember on which tab was specifically. But the big number is 1 to 10, or yeah, 1 to 11. Slayer dwarfs as they were strength number 11. Yeah, 11 is gonna be medium, I think. Yeah, you can beat whatever you want with the remains. It doesn't matter. But strength 11, I think it is the medium trophy. I don't know if you can get lava spiders on medium trophy. You might get a wyvern though. Wow. But yeah, this is like a normal base game. A base orcs, effectively. Okay, so we did... Going back to Dragon's Dogma. We did one of the quests in night. I'm gonna try to do the other one on the same night. I hate that. We are gonna need this one, this one, this one, and this one. Oh, she waited for me. Strength number 9 or 10. I'm not sure if 10 is in. I think it's 1 to 10, and then it's 11 to like 20 or 30. But yeah, you have to declare war on big strength numbers if you want the biggest one. And declaring war on Lizardmen is very, very nice. That's why Warzag is extra powerful. Because if you can declare war on Krogar, when he has like strength number 9, like 8, I think he can get at some point, you get like plus 20 or 10% physical resistance to all of your units. It is kinda insane. Like just flat 10% resistance. Physical resistance, that is. But apart from Scarbrand, no one else really does magic damage over there. That's why I like playing with Warzag. And if you top it, like if you add that on top of Warzag's physical resistance that he gives to the Savage Orcs, he's getting crazy. You're telling me to declare war on the strength number 1. Yeah, if the Chaos Dwarfs... Actually, yes. If the Chaos Dwarfs have a high strength number, I would. Because the Chaos Dwarfs, if you beat their main armies like 1 or 2 times, they only gonna have like goblins. Like, what was it? Hobgoblins or whatever it was called. Like some weird goblins. And you can steamroll through that. The only scary thing is if they have war machines. But if you're fast enough, they're not gonna have at all. Laborers. Laborers, no. No. Like... Wait, Noblars was the Ogres goblins. I guess it's a different race. Maybe it was goblins. I don't remember. But yeah, for the most part, they're gonna have, you know, goblins. They're not gonna have something big. Unless you're on turn like 50 plus, where they might have war machines. It's like the main tier of infantry. Yeah. Okay, then I guess that's it. But yeah, if you can declare war on them early and they're high strength, I would, really. Because I think Wasteland is still green for Azag. You can go there and it's pleasant. And it's not a bad idea. You can also see Grimgor, and if you snipe Grimgor after that, you can confederate him immediately. Which is not a bad idea, actually. It's a decent enough opening. Gotta finish the vampire first. Yeah, like that's the thing with Azag, right? I think his long victory objective is to destroy the Empire, if I'm not mistaken. But if you go down and destroy the vampires, you're already facing Empire. So might as well destroy Empire. That's why I think I had fun with Azag, because you just go in and destroy Empire. You just destroy Empire. Like, they have nothing on the beginning. The Crooked Moonfang... Wait, this one is the one that has 8 peaks? Or Skarsnitz? Because Skarsnitz, for sure you can confederate. As long as you have the DLC. But for... what was it? For the faction that has 8 peaks, I don't know. Yeah, Skarsnitz, you can confederate if you just bonk his head once. Like, orcs have a forced confederation mechanic. Yeah, if you don't have the DLC, I don't know. Probably not. Actually, probably not if you don't have the DLC. Yeah, if you don't have the DLC, it's most likely not. You don't have Skarsnitz and Belegar? Belegar is amazing. I don't remember what units they give, though. I don't know if it is worth it. Not gonna lie. I do enjoy the campaigns. I do enjoy Belegar a lot, but I don't know about the units. Like, if it is actually worth it to get that DLC. Although it kinda goes cheap. It's one of the old ones, so they do fall quite a bit on a nice sale. But yeah, Skarsnitz campaign, actually, yeah, big, before you buy that DLC. Skarsnitz campaign is not good if you don't have Gorbad, I think is his name, like the latest orc. Because you're gonna destroy Thorgrim, like the dwarfs in front of you, and then you're gonna be like, oh wait, there is another orc. If only I had the DLC to confederate him and his 15 settlements. That's BS, man. Guess I gotta kill Chaos Dwarfs and snipe Grim. Okay, yeah, you don't have to go down though. That's the thing. Like, Azag specifically is not that stopped by that. Because, for example, with Skarsnitz, you do need the DLC for Gorbad in order to progress your campaign, because you want to go down to Karakate Peaks, and he has Black Crag. Black Crag is like the settlement, like full gold mines, full everything. Like, you want that. It's a big settlement. But in order to get 8 peaks, right? Because Skarsnitz wants to go to 8 peaks. You as Azag, check your victory objectives. I have a feeling you need either just random 60 settlements, or you have to destroy Empire, which is very easy to do, especially early game. Like, the earlier you are, the better is to go just on Empire. I do remember just destroying Empire, but if it is 60 settlements and you don't have Empire objectives, I would go for the Chaos Dwarfs as well. That is a nice idea. Like, just try to take them out early and confederate, like, bonk Grimgor in the head if you can snipe him and confederate him immediately. It's gonna boost your campaign, like, a lot, by a lot. But if you have objectives on the Empire, I would just stay Empire. Like, don't really hunt trophies that much. It's not that insane, and the units you get is not something special. Like, it's like an extra ROR. Holy people, what the hell? Dude. Chill. Holy. The hell happened? Wait, are you waiting for him on the door? But yeah, at least for Azag, it's not... You don't really want to go down there, to be honest. You don't really want to go down there, especially if you don't have the DLCs. You can stay up. You can go like Empire and Chaos Dwarfs. No, I haven't looked at my objectives. I just decided to remove dwarf factions and blood. Yeah. Well, the campaign just goes like that on its own, don't worry. But if I'm not mistaken, you do have Empire objectives, so staying on Empire is not a bad idea either. Because again, Empire is very weak early on. It does get powerful later, but on the early game. But yeah, the Empire is very weak early on, so you can definitely go there. You can definitely try to take them on. I think I had a blast with Azag. He doesn't have anything special, but it's just his starting position. I think my campaign with him was very nice. I do have it on stream, but it's kinda before 7.2 if I'm not mistaken. How do I have... Why everything... I know I picked the cowardly tunic twice, but why everything else is duplicated? Where the hell did I get the knight armor? Yeah, okay, yeah. I do remember he had like Azag has some extra relationships with the vampires, but you don't really care. You don't really need it. Like as you said, you just sniped him, so the extra relationship with the vampires is utterly pointless for you specifically. I think I didn't attack on them like full early on, but I did destroy them at some point if I'm not mistaken. Okay, let me go to the map. And go quest list. A beggar's tale, I don't care. Let's go for the nameless village. Okay. But yeah, that relationship with the vampire is kind of pointless. I wish they gave him something more. Like they do reworks of factions. That's one thing I really don't like about Total War. They do reworks, and they don't make lords unique. They don't make lords, feeling different, not just as himself and his army, but feeling different as his whole faction plays a little bit different. For example, Warzag is a very nice example of that. Like every other orc does play with normal orcs with shields, with big guns and stuff like that. Azag is playing with the savage orcs. Like this is units you don't really usually play, but with Warzag, I'm sorry, you do that. When you play Azag, you effectively play Grimgore on a different starting position. That's it. Like, no global effects or whatsoever. It is one of the negatives, but I guess not everything can be nice to play. Although, I would love that. Imagine if Tic-Tac-Toe was buffing the flyers, like globally, for the whole faction, not just for himself. Man, all of that to just destroy one goblin. Sisterhood Vampire faction as a buffer with the Chaos Dwarf, so they are useful. Yeah, I think the Sisterhood Vampires are gonna be changed when we finally get the Nagas DLC. I think Neferata is gonna go there. Everybody's speaking about that. What's the anime on Netflix? I tried to, but I gave up. No. Oh, hello there. We have a big boy. Ah, wait a minute. Can I do... Wait. Kinda sad ending. I mean... That's the ending of Dragon's Dogma, isn't it? I think it has exactly the same ending. Wait, why does it charge? I have recoil damage. What the hell? How are my normal attacks? Okay, they do go out fairly quickly, but the damage is kinda meh. What is the ending then? Like, you become the dragon?
What is the ending then? Like, you become the dragon?
あ、wait a minute. Can I do... Wait.
ここは私の世界とした相手を必要に。
Can I do... Wait. 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 Well, technically the game goes beyond that, but I think on the anime he just became the dragon, right? They went into an adventure with him and like an elf or a princess, I don't remember, and they fought the dragon and then he became the dragon, something like that, right? Was that the ending? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they have the same base ending. The game goes beyond that. On Dragon's Dogma 1, you became the dragon on the beginning, like if you slay him, but you can also kill the Watcher. Like there is supposedly like a god who keeps all things, you know, on order, and you can take his place. And then if you refinish the game, actually I did that, you can fight your old self, and you fight your old pawn, because at some point the Arisen just off himself and then the pawn takes his place. So you're fighting your own pawn at some point, like your previous pawn. He and the pawn, yeah, I don't know what is. Some sort of holy being. Yeah, no, it's not a holy being, it's just like kinda like heroes summoned from another world, like Fate. I don't know if you have seen the Fate series. It's like immortalized beings that are called by the Arisans in order to protect the balance of the world. I don't know, I don't have dived too much into the lore of the pawns. There is a lot of lore for the pawns on the depths, on the end of Dragon's Dogma 2, or on Dragon's Dogma 1. I don't know if Dragon's Dogma 2 gives anything new to the pawn story, but I haven't really paid attention too much. It's like the one anime that turned into Spanish night into a fanboy. Yes! Yes! It turned a lot of things. Even... Oh, hello there. Man, Rico Seso takes a long time to charge. That would be amazing in a fight. Okay, the Remedy Arrow is a heal, isn't it? Yes. But not for me. But yeah, that anime, it has the same premise. I think... Well, I don't want to say stuff. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know if he got inspiration from that, but it definitely does feel the same. Yeah, I don't know. Oh wow, I'm getting destroyed. Is it just me, or it takes way too long to charge that? I don't remember. I haven't watched anything. The only thing I remember about Fate, like it had like a lot of games, animes, movies. I think I have watched one of the movies. The first one, was it? And I've also have watched the Fate Zero and the Stay Night, the original. I think there was like a reboot on Stay Night that was a movie. Like that ones I have watched. Like for example, Heracles was a berserker and he didn't even speak. Like he's supposed to be the heroes of heroes, by the way. Like the whole hero naming comes after him, and he was just a berserker guy that smashed everything. Well, not entirely off lore. Like it is a little bit lore accurate. But he was much more intelligent and, you know, much more all-arounder than he was just a berserker. But yeah, like it's just an anime. I don't know. It's just a story. Everybody just switch things on their stories. I don't know. I wouldn't stop watching it just because of that. Like, come on, they made, what was it, his name? Arthur with Excalibur? They just made him straight up a female. Uh, but yeah, like many animes do represent these characters in many ways, so I shouldn't just I wouldn't get stuck on that. The reason I stopped watching Fate is because it doesn't really make sense at some point. It's just a reboot after reboot after reboot after reboot. Like they don't even know what they wanna make. They're just milking the title. They have budget to make animation and they just milking the title. That is the reason I stopped. Like there's no point anymore. Like you don't see a story. You just see random stuff. It's like One Piece. Like at some point you have to end. You have to have a beginning and an ending. Otherwise, you're just an entity that exists. Now, how the hell do I move there? Ah. The femboy by his rivals getting the center. Well, yeah, I don't know. Like they do. I did. I do remember. What was it? The Greek word, like the Spartans. Remember? My brain. Leonidas. He said "molon lave" on like his, famous word, like "come and get it." And one of my friends sent me like a video of that actually being a spell, being like a skill that Leonidas apparently used. And I'm like, no, my brain cells, don't. DGBA, which one is that? JJBA, I cannot find them from the acronyms. My brain is not working. Do you have the full title of that? I don't know, lately... Whoa. Bro. Jojo Bizarre Adventure. Yeah, okay, yeah. My brain just stuck, yeah. I haven't watched the latest seasons. I'm sorry, I have watched season 1. I have watched season 1 with the vampires. I did watch season 1. I watched the season 2 with, the JoJo that everybody knows with Alastar, but I think I gave up on season 3. I don't remember with who was it, but I don't think I have finished season 3. Like I did watch I stopped right after the big fight with JoJo and Dio, the big one everybody knows. Like part 1. Yeah, I think it was part 1 and 2. I did watch both of that. Like I gave up on when the new guy came in after. What was the name of the pet? Like I watched the season where the powers became puppets, and I stopped after that one. This one, yeah. Wait, let me quickly do that. JoJo Bizarre Adventure, because I don't remember exactly my animal leash. More options. Yes. So I have watched the JoJo Bizarre Adventures, the first one, like the old one. These where they didn't have the how were they called? The puppets? They were just having powers. And it was the first introduction of Dio. Then I watched part 2 and part 3, the Stardust Crusaders. And I gave up on... No, I did watch the full Stardust Crusaders and part 3, yes. And I gave up roughly on episode 10 of Diamond is Unbreakable, like the fourth part. Yeah. That's where I stopped, on the fourth part. Yeah, come on, yeah. Then the puppets are stunned. Yeah, there you go. I do remember, and they blow up like a meteor in the end of the first season. Yeah. But yeah, I did give up roughly. I don't remember how many episodes I watched on the Diamond is Unbreakable season. I think that's part 4. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Part 2 is where the stunts start, right?
これは素材として使うものですね。
When you start having stunts and everything.
異なるものに変化します。
The English, the Japan English over there are amazing. Oh my god! I'm still on the wrong. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I have many issues right now. Holy. Okay, slime is gone, but why the hell is there a Drake over there? Part 3 is where. Wait, so part 2 is what? The ending of when they seal Dio away or whatever? Oh, wait, did they seal him or they beat him once? I don't remember. I do remember destroying a meteor in the end. Do I have that thing? Holy, the minigun. Although it's not that good outside, is it? Ah, wait, what if I try to do that on your heart? Thank you. Holy, the recoil is bad. Man, I kinda hate that. The lock system is not really working for the skill. Oh wow. Got stomped. Okay, we have 2 of them, so let's use one. Oh no 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 no. Yeah, see, it doesn't lock on the same spot very quickly. It does take a while. It is super annoying. Oh, he's casting something. Hello there. Did you drop a meteor? I think he dropped a meteor. No, I didn't. Okay. Who did that? Who threw the rock to a dragon? Holy! Who did that? Who's the MVP that did that? Just gonna throw a rock to a flying dragon. Oof. Okay, let's try to go for the village. Man, we have been derailed. Oh wait, I'm on the totally wrong path. No, the season 1 you stop, die, and then shifting you, Jojo, every part is... Yeah, I do remember we changing Jojo, but 3 or 4 times, oof. No, I only watched them once. So effectively irrelevant, back to the... Oh, hello there. Effectively we have to be on the other side of this river. Which is very bad. Yeah, it is very bad. Oh, okay, I do see a bridge. Oh boy. But yeah, I'm not impressed with the damage of the magic archer.
後か
At least the base damage. I'm probably doing something wrong, or he does need a little bit of a level up. Ooh, hello there. Ah, I have to activate them. Okay, yeah, sorry. Wait, what?
本気かよ
Sure. Oop. Thank you. But yeah, I have watched only like, you know, after the big fight with Dio. Actually, the second fight with Dio, it was. When he started doing the time stop thingy. Magic distraction, yeah. I don't know what was happening. Like, they were just aggressive, but not aggressive. Like, aggressive wannabes. Yeah, do you see how the lock on the auto attacks is kinda okay on speed, but the lock on a spell, if I activate a spell, it is much slower, which is super annoying. Like when I do the spell over here, it doesn't lock on enemies that fast. See, it cannot lock more than once on the same spot. That's the problem. Yeah, so it cannot lock more than once on the same spot. Because if I do an auto attack, they just keep locking on the same target and boom. I hope the upgraded version can lock on multiple spots at once. So what is the point of killing all these people? The point is I'm moving to a village and they are in the way. Because Miyazaki, I think Miyazaki was his name, wanted to make the traveling interesting. And fighting goblins and bandits every other way, every other second is apparently his idea of being interesting. Well, I can run it, but you also get XP and everything. I don't know.
よろしいですか
Wait. There was a path through the woods, wasn't it? Yeah, I think there was. Like, you get XP and discipline points, but the biggest reason I go and I do try to kill everything, especially small things, is because you do level up the vocation. It's like getting a class level up. Ow.
迷うことを恐れず
So I do wanna level up the vocation in order to unlock the new skills and everything. Oh, hello there. Oh, whoa, dude, chill. I wonder if a ricochet shot is gonna be nice over here. If I can pull one off. Get the hell out. Ah, it can lock on the same target, but it's super slow. Holy.
敵でしたねあまりに弱いので
Also, I'm missing 2 of my pawns. Hello, guys. No? I guess not. They don't wanna follow. Walk past Skarsnitz fire in his shoulder. Yeah, actually, that kinda makes sense. Also, I don't remember. Do orcs have different colors? Actually, they probably have that. Yeah, they probably have different colors depending on different factions. But because the skinks have like different color palettes on their own skin if you're playing with different factions, which is amazing. Like Krogar skins and I think Nakai's skins are blue. Oxyotls and Tic-Tac-Toes are like this reddish, orangish color, which is amazing. Actually, blue is nice as well. The genuine skins is green. I hate that. That's the only thing I don't like about the genuine. He has green skins and Soros. But I don't remember that with the orcs. Do they change color actually? Oh no 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 no.
逃がすと思ったんですか？
That was some damage. Yeah, I don't think they changed that much. They probably just change into the shields. Like they have a different banner on the shields. I have a feeling everything that holds a shield, that's kind of humanoid, does that. Which is a big shame, because kings do have a shield and they change all of that. Ah, wait, no. Maybe the shields don't change. I don't remember. But yeah, it's so amazing that the skin, like, the actual infantry just changes color just because you change the lord. There you go, and we're on the village. And effectively, I reached the point where this is as far as I have gone to the game on my own. Like, I haven't played past this point. I have done this village, I have done the main quest already, and I haven't actually ever taken the Magic Archer vocation. This is the first time I actually went all the way down and took it out. So I'm finally in par with everything, like story, exploration, and everything I have already done on my own. So the game for me, from now on, at least Dragon's Dogma, is like a new experience. I haven't done anything else. I think I have done all the quests I had in the past. Unless I have done like a side quest or two more on the beginning. But we're gonna go back. We're gonna go and see if there's anything new on the camps. It took me a while to reach that point. Although it took me a while because I went all the way down to grab Magic Archer. But not gonna lie, I kinda enjoyed the Sorcerer a little bit more than the Magic Archer. I know I shouldn't. I don't know. I hope the level ups on the Magic Archer is gonna bring him in par with the rest of the... Like, in par with the Sorcerer, but for now he does seem like a little bit weird. Let me do this quick run thingy. I don't need to do that. He does unlock the Meister skill for the Thief, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not gonna play Thief, even though I know he's broken. I'm an idiot. But I cannot understand what the hell the conversion is. Like, conversion of what? Into what? And I cannot kill bats, can I? I can. No, no, no. Behold. Play Romanian? What do you mean? Play. Oh, come on. Come on, Legio. Really? Really? No, 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 no. No, Legio. No. That's not... No. Yeah, I got that. But no. If I could play as anything, it would have been as a scam, not as a thief. Because I'm Greek. Welcome to the scam nation. This one I can take, but for the other ones I don't. No. No.
大したもんだよあんたは。奴についこの村は常にだが状況があいつの本当の今は偽りの核俺たちは影だからあいつ知りたいことはそれだけか。追放されるすか。
Okay, that's if that's real, oof. That is oof. Not gonna lie. If that is true. Never been to Romania though. Okay, let me just... What else do we have over here? Oof. Oof. Have you been to Romania? Like, I don't know. I don't like to trust talk other nations. I can trust talk my nation. That one I can. Because I know how shitty it is. Wait a minute. I hate that. She tried to give me the Blizzard spell, but the previous time I was playing this, and I was trying to get the Blizzard spell from her, she wasn't approaching the quest. And I did have the Fuminous Shield. That... I've been to Greece and like West Europe. You have been to Greece? What demon possessed you to do that? I guess, wait. If you came here in the summer to go for a swim, like, that's nice. No, the sea we have over here, like both seas, both the Aegean and the... I don't know how you call that in English, but the other one that's in borders with Italy, both of them are very nice, especially the side that's towards the Italy, it's kind of warmer. So, yeah, we do have nice warm seas. That one I get. That one I understand. As a vacation, but a school trip. Yeah, okay. That one I don't know. Like, did you came here and saw rocks, if I'm not mistaken? Like, here, look at the rocks from 2,000 years ago, actually 4,000 years ago. But we have some rocks over here as well. We have some extra rocks up there in the mountain. Yeah, all the historical sites, yeah. So you saw a lot of rocks, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I do remember going to the house of Odysseus, like the supposed house of Odysseus, and it's like a couple of rocks basically laid down as a house, like as a square. Like, there was like 3 squares. And I'm like, oof. Yeah, we saw rocks. Good job, people. Meanwhile, I went into Italy and we were on... well, was it Etna? Wait, the volcano of Italy was Etna, right? I'm not mistaken that. Am I mistaken? I could be. Wait, Etna was down on Sicily, yeah, but... did we go there? I don't remember where we went there. And there was like the village, and the whole village was actually there. You know, like the whole thing was there. They had not rocks just down on the road, like on the pavement. It was the whole road was there. The buildings were there. Like, they actually preserved it. I don't know if they rebuilt it, but even if they rebuilt it, that's far better than just seeing rocks on the ground. And look, there is a layout, and if we do like a 3D render of it, maybe you're gonna see a building over here. I love history, man. This is my passion like that. It's not that I don't... Look. No, pause. I love history as well. The thing I'm dissing out is how horribly we, as Greeks, have preserved our history, which is probably one of the longest histories on this planet. And we have degraded that into just like 5 rocks. I've never seen a single politician restoring a single site of a historical interest in Greece. You know the reason why it's all there? It's because the people and the... Yeah, I do know that. I do know the volcano exploded and everybody died. I do remember that. But they didn't destroy it. We did. That's what I mean with this. Like, they tried to keep it alive while we just went over and recolonized everything. And now we have, protect the history and just throw fines effectively, because I do remember building up the Temple of Athena again. Yeah, okay, wait for like 50 more years until that is done. The reason I'm saying that is because on paper and on the news, we're rebuilding a lot of things. Like a lot of things. 80% of Greece is getting rebuilt. On actual, you know, actually doing stuff, not even 10% of what we represent is actually there. A Pombi wasn't preserved, nobody just bothered to go there because everything else. Well, yeah, I mean, like I do understand recolonizing. It's not that I don't, but we never really bothered. Like even the ancient site of Olympia, like where what was it? The Temple of Hera, where the Olympics starts, right? This is a temple that is pretty much globally known. Like everybody says that because this is where the first, I think on every Olympic Games, we start with, you know, that prayer. I think the prayer goes to Hera and Estia, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not really sure. Like, this is supposed to be like the temple. Like, even that one, we still have on rocks. There are some pillars still standing, but we've never really rebuilt that. I know you want to preserve the original and you don't want to put in, you know, fake ones. But wouldn't the original be preserved better if it had a roof on top? I don't know, like, kinda... You can point them out to say, like, this pillar and this stuff are the original, but we rebuilt the whole thing so it stays alive for another 4,000 years. Let's go check on and just found the ruins. Yeah, okay, I can see that happening. I can see that happening. But yeah, I don't know, like, the only time the ancient ruins in Greece came up is for them to throw fines. I do remember there's supposedly like a law that nobody builds like a skyscraper near the Acropolis just to preserve the sightseeing of the Acropolis itself. And somebody just went there, by the way, the last decade, I think it's the last 5 years even, and built like 30 more stories than he's supposed to. And he was like, I don't care, if you don't like it, just take it down. And the nation, for the last, I think it's 5 to 7 years now, supposedly tried to take that down. And it's still trying. Like, we cannot even preserve the one thing everybody knows, like, globally. The one monument we have that everyone knows globally. The Parthenon. And we can't even preserve that. And everyone just forgot about it. Well, yeah, I can understand, like, villages. For example, Delphi over here is kind of the same. There were villages nearby, but nobody really went there. Like, the original sightseeing of Delphi, like the... how do you call that in English? The fortune-telling of Delphi? Like, the actual temples and stuff, they're kind of holding, if I'm not mistaken. Like, they do have actual temples, like rooms to go in. If I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. I went there as a child. I really don't remember which one is which at this point. I've been to so many ruins. Because I have seen a lot of them. It's not like I haven't seen them. I have seen them, and I do remember 90% of them is just rocks on the ground. Which is a bummer. Like, we could have done more. But even Delphi, like, they were kinda, after, you know, like, kings and everything, they kinda stopped going there when the tradition stopped. Because it is kind of a difficult way to get there. Especially, you know, without roads and vehicles, that is. So people didn't really bother. They have a lot of villages nearby, though. Pompeii was one of the 10 biggest trade... Yeah, but you have to realize that a trading hub or, you know, a big city back then is effectively not even a village today. Ah, okay, wait a minute. Oi, 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 oi. Let me go for the next quest. So we did the Nameless Isle. let's do this one. How can I make this set as a priority? Perfect. Yeah, let's go to the monster quests.
救助は私に任せて
Do we have another enemy? No. Okay, so let's go to the monster killing. Just so we can continue the main story a little bit. I have like an hour more. So if the game doesn't crash... Ah, yeah, by the way, if I just disappear suddenly... Oh, wait a minute.
私は支援行動を重視し
Ah, that's a pawn. I thought it was the woman who gave us the magic bow. Holy, that is a pawn. But yeah, if I just suddenly disappear, it's because the whole PC crashed. I still have driver issues. I don't know. Like,
こちらへ
I'm really thinking into just buying an NVIDIA GPU at this point, but it is super annoying. It is super annoying. I did some things.
異界知識では
For now, it is stable for the last hour, but
案内いたしましょう
I don't know. I don't know. Unless I go a full weekend without a crash, I'm not gonna be like, oh, sorry. I'm not gonna be pleased. Because last time I was like, okay, I fixed it. But then on the next stream it crashed. And I'm like, oof. But yeah, if I suddenly disappear, it's because of the drivers. Hello there. Off you go. I don't know. I have an Intel core and it's pretty good. Intel? No CPU, GPU. Intel core is like Intel Core i7, i5 and i9 was Intel's CPU, right? I'm talking about GPU. Or do you have the battle maids? I was thinking about battle maids, but I don't think battle maids can handle 2K streaming and playing video games at the same time. Like, if I had 1080p, oof, English. If I had 1080, maybe, but with 2K monitor, it's kinda...
私が拾ったものは
You just looked online and bought an PC. Oof, I wish I could do that. I don't have the money for something like that. I don't know, usually you're getting scammed a lot if you just buy a fully built PC. It saves you the headache though of fixing everything and making everything work and trying to understand why Windows don't get installed or why do you have blue screens. It saves you a lot of headache, not gonna lie. But if you buy a pre-build, usually you do pay at least 300 plus extra on fees. Like the higher end of a PC you're getting, the more you're getting ripped off. You got some sponsors? Well, I don't have sponsors. Good for you then. That's amazing. Oi. But yeah, I was thinking about a new GPU. If this one is too unstable, for example, right now, if I can stream most of the games I can stream, that's my problem. Actually, probably, what am I saying? I'm not gonna buy a GPU because I have to upgrade the rest of the PC. I have to upgrade like a CPU as well and the RAM and everything. So most likely I'm not gonna buy another GPU unless I'm really, you know, pissed off. For now it is working. If I can manage to make it semi-stabilized, even if I'm not getting like the full potential of the card out, I will stick to this one. But not gonna lie, if I buy again a GPU, it's most likely gonna be NVIDIA, just because of all the headache. We're running from what? Ah, from me, sorry. I have my bone draw. Sorry about that. Another scrub. You have a question about Greece? Oof. Well, I'm not probably the right person to ask. Yes, I do live in Greece, but that doesn't mean I follow Greece, you know. Like I go out. So ask ahead, but My knowledge of Greece is kind of limited. I never really listened to Greek music. I've never really listened, I never really followed like much of Greek stuff. Because I've learned from a young age, especially since I played a lot of video games, if you find the Greek on a video game, just run. Like, change teams. Just get out. Nope. Just don't. But ask away. I will do my best.
今助けに行きます。
We had casualties? Okay, we're gonna do this quest about the monster killing, and then we're gonna go back and check if we have any new skills. Is that everything between Poland and Turkey? No, like, what? No. No. What? No. Although, wait a minute. Thinking about that, everybody in Greece lately, even people my age, that is around 30, they do have a mustache for whatever reason, like a Super Mario mustache. And I'm like, why? So they kind of look old. Like Greeks, there are a lot of Greeks that do tend to bald early. For example, my own brother was like bald on his 20s. So maybe that's why we look old. Like, if Greece has anything, it's probably people looking old. But I know, like, I do see lots of people. I don't know what the majority is, but I do see a lot of different people out. Especially if you go to Athens. If you go to Athens, you can see everyone. I remember I went to Athens and I saw, like, an old dude with, like, hair all the way to his back, wearing, like, his, I don't know, 15-year-old daughter's clothes. He had, like, a skirt and a t-shirt, and his whole belly button was out. I'm like, dude, what the hell is this setup? Did you just take your daughter's clothes or something? Yeah, that one I can agree into. I don't know if it is the majority. Maybe it's because we're like a kind of a village. Well, we're a very small city, if you want to call us a city. We have the mindset of a village, so I'm going to go with a village. So people here do tend to look old, and again, they do have, like, I did pay attention to that, and pretty much everybody I know from school right now has a mustache. I do tend to shave, although I don't really have much of a beard anyways. But I do have a trimmer, and I do pass it like every other, 3 or 4 days. But everyone else I know from school has a mustache right now. And I don't know why. Not a beard, just a mustache. And I don't know why. Like, I seriously don't know why. We're not that old, but I don't know. Everybody has a mustache nowadays, which is super weird. And again, there is also the balding stuff. I do see, like, if I start remembering people, there are a lot of Greeks that, especially within the 30s, they do have a nice bald, like where the headset usually stands. Like on top of your head, like it's not a matter of headset. It's just on people. I guess I got the lucky lottery on that. I'm full of hair. I have all my hair all the way down to my waist. Actually, not to the waist. Sorry, a little bit below the breast. Like yeah, a little bit below the chest. So I'm still good on that, and I'm not balding that much. Even though I do lose a lot of hairs, a lot of single hairs. But I was losing single hairs since forever. Even since as a kid, I remember just taking a brush and brushing my hair, and the brush was like full of hair on top of that. Like I was losing hairs since forever. But I don't seem to run out. I have like a very thick, like hairy head. I don't know how to call that. Half of the stereotype is true. Well, the stereotype is on average, right? So I think the average, they are old looking. I don't know about femboys. Like my brother, my younger brother, I have an older and a younger one. Like my younger brother is like very skinny and I don't know, like I think he's as tall as me now. So I don't think he classifies as a femboy because last time I saw him, he was trying to leave a mustache as well, and I'm like, why? So yeah, I guess half of the stereotype is true. Like I wouldn't classify anyone in Greece as a femboy though. Yeah, like I don't remember anyone. There are skinny people, but I wouldn't call them femboys. But I also know like a big number of people, even older than me, that just save normally, and they have, you know, like especially on the job, we have like 2 people who are regularly saved, and they come with a suit on their job, so they are nice and representable, you know, like how a guy on his 50s should look, right? Not like an old man, but a guy on his 50s. They do have white hair, but that's on the hair. They do save, and they're very good looking. Holy hell. Did I just call them very good looking? Oof. They are well preserved. That is better. But yeah, half of the stereotype kinda is true. We do have the kinda wanna look old look, I think. I don't know why everybody is going for that. Again, I don't know why everybody wants to have a mustache right now. But I have seen a lot of people I was in school with just going for a mustache. And I'm like, why? Bro, just why? Oh, come on. Did someone throw an arrow at me? Piece of shit. Well, we're talking about the past. It's not ancient Greece anymore. It's Neo-Greece. You have to remember that... Wait, I overshoot by a lot. You have to remember that we banned... Actually, it was never really legal, was it? But yeah, we were afraid of homo stuff for a lot of years. Basically, when the church came in, when the Christianity came in, they did ban a lot of stuff, and man-to-man action or woman-to-woman action was effectively banned. But it's not like femboy land. No, like all the Athenians are portrayed as a femboy. I do know that. Like I have seen that a lot. But if you actually look at the Athenians, like there are some statues of people, bro, they were buffed. If you're talking like a fully buffed man with a beard, a femboy, I don't know. Oh, hello there. Actually, I will go through here. Can we go through here? Can you break that for me? Oh, there, hello. Holy. Well, yeah, we used to have... No, it wasn't like two of them. Okay, let's go into this conversation. Why not? I don't want to, but sure. Do you... Actually, you do know the word lesbian, right? Lesbian is effectively someone who lives in Lesbos. That is an actual island. And the whole point of this being like woman-on-woman action, like, you know, like females who like each other, is because there was a woman on Lesbos who was going into, you know, mass gatherings, and she was attracted to women, and she told that story. I don't remember to whom though, but he wrote about her after she died and everything, because apparently woman-to-woman action was not exactly common, and it kind of became a joke. You're from Lesbos or something, that is translated into English, you're a lesbian or something. But the whole point with femboys is because back in the day, back in ancient Greece, everything that felt good was kind of allowed. Like there was not, you shouldn't do that. You should be oriented, or you should be straight, or you should be, you know, curved or whatever. People just enjoyed stuff. Like the whole point of, you know, group gatherings is another Greek word, right? Orgy is the Greek word for raids. It's where people just diffuse the raids. That's the one that you probably know or thinking right now. It is not exactly orgy. Orgy just means raids. And the Greek gamma is called effectively a gamma or a J in English. So you can make the connection. It's not that I'm judging. I'm not judging. I'm not, you know, like anything. But what I'm saying is, back in the day, people didn't have that mindset of, I have to do this or I have to do that. No, if it felt good, they usually just did it. They do have their own rules, yes. But especially for man-to-man action, I do remember a friend of mine who actually studied history. He went into into one of the universities and stuff. He did told me that there is actually written stuff that we know of that people in ancient Greece believed that sperm can carry knowledge. So it was very common for students to get their teachers, you know, sperm right from the fountain, right from the source. So this was pretty common, not because they thought about it. It was common because that's what the way of living was. Like they were not like, oh yeah, we're gonna make femboys. No, they were like, no, maybe it carries knowledge, or, you know, and the mass gathering things is because it just felt good. I don't know, like people need to procreate, you know, to make new people, and that this was a good way of doing that. Interesting teaching methods. Yeah, if you take that on today's standards, it's like an oh hell no moment, right? Wait a minute, how did I overshoot again? Where the hell am I going? Okay, this is further down. We're gonna go further down. But yeah, like, it was just the tradition to do that, like, to have mass gatherings and everything. Like, even on the past, like, if you check civilizations on the past, because you have to realize, ancient Greece was a thing, like, 4,000 years ago. It wasn't, like, 10 or 20. Like, the beginnings of it was 4,000 years ago, not 10 or 20. That's a freaking long time. So yeah, a lot of villages or, you know, tribes back then was doing like tribe exchange things or gatherings and everything. It was not unique to Greece. It was, I don't know, like... it was way back in the day, because if you want to go all the way back to medieval, because that's where most civilizations pretty much solidify themselves. If you go into the medieval ages, then Greece was at best the Byzantine Empire, and on the Byzantine Empire there were no femboys. the hand of the church was very it was going everywhere, and there were not many things allowed. There were still a lot of, you know, progressions to be made, but there was a lot of limits and a lot of overseeing by the Orthodox Church over there when the Byzantine Empire was a thing. After that, we did fall to the Ottoman Empire, and there was like 300 years of slavery, so that's another 300 years gone. At that point, Greece was not even Greece, right? It was just pure slavery. Then on 1821, Greece finally became Greece when we rebelled against, you know, the Ottomans. And the whole thing just started rebuilding from villagers, effectively. So people talk about Greece and femboys and stuff like that like it happened yesterday. And most likely, that yesterday they're talking to, we were not even Greece at this point. We were actually slaves. So that's that. I could have sworn the other day I saw something about his wife being stolen. yeah, like many people just miss that gap. They just, oh yeah, medieval ages pretty much stopped at the 18th century, right? Actually, no, 16. Was it 16? I think it was 16. But 16th century and 20th century BC has like a small difference. So yeah, I don't know. It is weird to connect things from back then. The only thing I managed to connect and I refuse to believe is everybody, at least in Greece, like this is the reason I don't really believe on any god. Like the way I was being taught about beliefs was we started with mythology, right? As a kids, we were being taught about stories about Heracles and everyone, and they were like I do remember even my teachers and my own mother was like, you know, this is fiction, right? Like these people didn't exist. It was like fiction to teach kids how to behave, you know, proper ways of thinking and be courageous and teach all of these, you know, communication and civilization things to a new child. And I accepted that. I'm like, okay, yeah, obviously the 12 gods didn't exist. Zeus was not really a thing, right? But then I became like 12 or 13 and I went to school again and they were like, okay, yeah, now you believe into Jesus. He turned the water into wine and that's the reality. And I'm like, hold on. Wait a minute. What? They stopped when we found the new civilization to mess with. Yeah. But yeah, like they were like, this did not ban half male and female relation. Yeah, he did that. He did that. But being very fertile back then was a good thing. Like you have to connect those two. Yeah, about that little Zeus. This boy. Do you know who his wife is? Like his actual wife. Let's take all of that away. Let's take the doing Europe herself. Actually, Europe was a woman that he transformed into a bull and he flew through the land piece nowadays known as Europe. And that's why Europe today is called Europe. Europe is the name of a woman. It's called Evropi. So he actually did it with her, and he had weird child with her. One of them being Minos, the Minos on Minotaurs. Like if you know what Minotaurs means, it means Minos is bulls, and that Minos is that Europe's wife, Europe's child. I think he was like the last or the middle child of Europe. But apart from all of that, like Poseidon had more game, by the way. Poseidon had a lot of game. I don't want to mess with Poseidon. Like, seriously, everybody think Poseidon is like an easy, like, oh, look, the fish guy. No. No. But what I'm saying here is that Zeus's wife was his older sister. He had like a siscon. Way before siscon even became a thing. I think Hera was like the third or the fourth child of Kronos. It was calculated who had more game and Poseidon. So more children. Well, if you were talking about children's, then I don't know. I have to go check their offsprings. I'm not really into that. But yeah, you don't mess with Poseidon. I'm sorry. Poseidon is messed up. Zeus might throw like a thunder and try to play it big, but Poseidon is gonna mess you up in ways that you don't wanna you don't wanna be messed up. Like Poseidon invented the bull. I don't wanna say that, but sure, I'm not gonna say that. He invented a lot of stuff. Just go see how the Minotaur came to exist, and you're gonna be like, oof. Oof. He's not the guy to be messed with. I don't know. I wouldn't go up against Poseidon. Like, he's not the strongest. Actually, he kinda is strong. I don't know why everybody thinks he's weak. He has 3 powers, by the way. Poseidon does control the winds, the sea, and the earth. Like, he does have earthquakes. That's why his weapon is a trident. It makes 3 powers into 1. Like, Triana. That's exactly the meaning of a trident. Making 3 into 1. But, yeah, I don't know why everybody thinks he's only fishing. No. He's kinda strong. He's flexing. I don't know, I liked Athena. She was a... She's like a master of horses. She's a master of a lot of things. Like, if you wanna search all the titles, you're gonna end up seeing something like Cetra. Have you seen the titles that Cetra has on Warhammer 3? Like, they did have a lot of titles in general. Even Zeus. Now, I don't know exactly the origin of the name. Some people say it's proto... like Eurasian tribes, from the Eurasian tribes. So it does go a lot way, like a huge way back, but the word Zeus himself, like the actual word that the Italians used, I think it came from Zeus, which is a title that was given to him after he beat Zephyros. That is the strongest wind. It is the, I think, what was it? Southeast wind or something? Or the east wind, I don't remember. One of the winds, and he's supposed to be the strongest, and he beat him. His name was Zephyros again, and not Sephiroth. We're not playing Final Fantasy, but Zephyros. And he got the title Zeus. Now, Zeus is written in a weird way. Actually, wait, I think I can do that. Give me a moment, just to show you like what I mean. This is the Be Right Back button I have. Let me go to the text and let me play with it a little bit. So, yeah, I have Greeks. So, Zeus is its actual typing. Like, you type it, do you see that? You type it like that. Oof, you cannot see that, it's a blue. So, it's typed like that, but in Greece, these two together make an F sound. So, this can be written as F as well. So, if you go... Did OBS is okay? OBS, please. So you can type Zeus like where is this one? You can type Zeus like this. It is wrong, but you can type it like this. Now, the English way of typing Zeus is this, right? And this is the Greek U, because the small Greek U, I can actually type it, is this one. So this is, no, this is the Greek one. Wait. This is an epsilon, this is a big one, and this is a small one. Yeah. So this is the Greek small u. So if you type it like this, without the caps lock, you have Zeus. This is the English Zeus. But this is a title, it's not his name. His name was... Is it correct? Because my OBS is lagging a little bit. Yeah, his name was Diaz. Not close to Zeus. Zeus was a title. This is Diaz if you want to make it English. I don't know if the delta is a delta. This is Diaz. But yeah, let me bring that back. Actually, wait. I can just not show that. But yeah, if you saw that, like it is very close. Like the English Zeus or Zeus is very close to, or effectively a misspelled Zeus, which is a title again. It's not a name, but apparently it became a name. I mean, Poseidon is strong, like just good because I mean he would bang your wife with. Well, to be fair, about Zeus and Poseidon, go check how the Minotaur is actually made, because Minotaur was like, effectively Minos was the king of Knossos. That's the Crete, the long island on the bottom of Greece. And he was like, Poseidon have blessed me to become the king, right? He was just flexing. He had no authority, and he was like, yeah, Poseidon just, picked me as a king or whatever. And Poseidon actually go there. He actually went there. He was like, okay, dude, I'll bite. You wanna be my chosen? You will be. What do you wanna do? Give me like your best bull and I'll sacrifice it to your name. Just, as a... how do you say that? As an offering to your name. Like as a loyalty to your name. And Poseidon was like, sure. I'll give you my best bull. And he actually did give him his best bull. But the problem is, he was a fine bull. And when Minos actually saw that bull, he was like, maybe I'm not gonna sacrifice that bull and I'm gonna sacrifice one of my others. So he kept that best bull. Now the problem is, you messed up with Poseidon and you didn't follow through with Poseidon. So just so happened, your wife suddenly fell in love with that fine bull. I'm touching the animal over here. And he asked, what was his name? No, not Prometheus. Daedalus. He asked Daedalus for a contraption so she could copulate or whatever it's called. Do the thing with that fine bull. See, at least Zeus is gonna cheat on you. Zeus is gonna do it himself. But that's like, you know, man to god action. Although he did transform into a bull, and I'm not sure, I wasn't there. And I didn't wanna be there if he did it on the bull form with Europe or not. But let's not think about that. But at least he's gonna be him, you know. He's gonna do the thing. No. Poseidon employed an animal to do it with your wife. And then she gave birth to the Minotaur, which name was effectively Asterios, by the way. The actual name of the Minotaur is Asterios. He had like a star on his head, and the word for star in Greece is Asteri. So, yeah. Imagine a queen asking you to make a contraption for you to copulate with an actual bull. Oh my god. No. Every god was savage. Wait, no, there was one god that everybody thinks was savage, but it was actually only a god because of nepotism, and that is Ares. I'm sorry for everyone, but Ares is not even... No, that kid is... Nah, that kid is nah. Poseidon backed the woman against her will in her temple, and Athena just turned 10 women into Medusas. Yeah. No, actually, wait. Medusa was not because of Athena, was it? Medusa was... she became like that... Somebody got jealous of her beauty, I think. And she was cursed. I think Medusa was Poseidon's daughter. And somebody didn't like that. And somebody didn't like her beauty. And she got cursed early. I'm not entirely sure about that. I don't remember that very well. Yeah. But yeah, everybody was savage except Ares. Ares, I'm sorry, this kid is a god because of nepotism. Even Dionysos, the god of wine and, you know, like parties and stuff, at least he was more of a god on his part than Ares. Ares lost to mortals. A true story, by the way. Ares was lost to 2 mortals and he was put into a jar. If Hermes was not there, if Hermes was not the OG of gods that saved pretty much everyone, even freaking Zeus, from imminent extinction, the 12 gods wouldn't have existed. But Ares is just there because of nepotism. Ares lost his job before he even got one, really. He's not like... Okay, let's just think it backwards. Let's stop about his accomplishments. He didn't have anything. By the way, I think Hera got butthurt. Yeah, the only reason Ares is a god is because Ares is the only child of Hera and Zeus, if I'm not mistaken. It's not the only, but it's one of the childs that actually wants to be on the Olympus. So she just doesn't let anyone else take his place just because, you know, of parental control. Oh, hello there. Oh, hello there. Where the hell did they go? But even Hephaestus, actually Hephaestus is an OG. Hephaestus was this... Hephaestus story is kind of weird because Athena was like born through Zeus's mind. He had like a... Oh wait, this is a little bit of controversial, isn't it? Like Athena's supposed to be like the solely like single-born child of Zeus. Like she just went out of his head. But he asked Hephaestus to break his skull, so that's a little bit controversial. Because I remember reading, it was one of the stories of Hephaestus being born. He was actually being born because Hera was jealous of Zeus giving birth to Athena like that. So she gave she gave birth to Hephaestus on her own. But I think that is like that is not canon. I think that's like a story. But if I remember correctly, even on that regard, Hephaestus just tried to forge like stuff. He just followed his passion, and he became so good at it that the gods were like, oh yay, I'm gonna take this into the into Olympus, even though he's like the soul-born of Hera. But I don't remember if that is. I don't want to say the canon, because the canon mythology is like 3 or 4 people who wrote that. Like there are, for example, I do know that there are 2 different beginnings. I don't remember the name of the people who wrote that right now. Like it's kind of slipping my mind. Like there is the world creation through an egg. Effectively, there was an egg and everybody came after that. So in the question, who came first, the chicken or the egg? It is the egg. Who made the egg? No one. The egg is the beginning of the world. So if I remember correctly, Nyx was the protector of the egg at some point. So that is one way of the world beginning. The other one was Chaos, Gaia, and Eros were the 3 primordial beings that existed since forever. And when Chaos did it with Gaia, effectively, the universe was born. So there are a lot of takes in story, but yeah. I do remember reading one take about Hephaestus just being born out of spite because Hera saw Athena being born out of Zeus's, skull, and she tried to do exactly the same. But since he was kind of an abomination, she threw him out of Olympus, and then he just became like such a good forger that it was like, bro, the kid has talent. Bring him back. Was named God of War when he ascended. And Athena too, I don't know, she found him ugly and he threw... Yeah, she found him ugly and she threw him as a baby. I do remember that one. But I don't know if Heracles actually got the title of God of War. Did he? I do know he got remarried when he ascended. But I don't remember if he got the title. But yeah, Ares is like... is only God because of nepotism, even though I want to give that title to, again, Dionysos, because the only reason Dionysos is a god is because Hestia effectively stepped down. He was like, no, I want to be a god, I want to be a god, I want to be a god. And Hestia was like, fine, I'll let you be. And Hestia, by the way, is the 13th god on Olympus. If you count all of them, Hestia doesn't fit. She's the 13th. She's not on the 12. She's not on the numbers. She's just like the 13th god that is allowed effectively to live on Olympus. And, well, I don't even think Zeus can go up against her, but sure. Like, he shouldn't. Like, the first god, the firstborn god was Hestia. And if you check the actual rituals and everything, every temple in Greece has a room specifically for Hestia. It doesn't matter if the temple is a temple for Zeus, a temple for Poseidon. 99% of the time, it has a room for Hestia because on all the prayers that were given to the gods, the first prayer was always given to Hestia. It was considered like the god of gods. She was actually the firstborn of Kronos. And, I forgot his wife. Rhea? I think it was Rhea. Yeah, I think it was Rhea. But Hestia was the OG of the gods. Actually, if you mess with her, then you're gonna angry Nyx, and that's not gonna end well. Not even for Zeus. Even Zeus was afraid of Nyx. But yeah, I don't know. Lots of stuff going on. I did love the mythology a lot. And that's why I hated when people were like, oh yeah, here's Christianity, this is reality, you have to believe in that. And I was pissed off. I was like, man, mythology is awesome. Why, if we have to pick on which god we believe in, why did we pick up the wrong one? Like the uncool one. I'm acquitting a bad source of Heracles became a god of heroes. He was a god of heroes and strength. That is true. That is different from being a god of war. He is the heroes of heroes, the god of heroes, kinda. True. That one I can accept, but also the god of heroes or the protector of heroes, I think that title falls to Hermes, because Hermes did save pretty much everyone's ass. I think... actually, Hermes did save everyone's ass. He have saved Apollo, he have saved Heracles a lot of times. He have saved Perseus as well. He have saved... I don't know if he has saved Hades, but he have saved even Zeus. Like, Hermes is the OG of OGs, like, was a god of... He was a god of pretty much everyone. Do trust me on that.
きっとそうだと思ってましたよ。
I think he was also a god of thieves, by the way. Just because of that, Hermes was the protector of people. Like, the reason he was running is because he was running to save people. That's the whole... Everybody calls him a messenger, and that's why he is known for. But if you actually look his lore and his story, man, he saved the ass of so many beings, not even people, like so many beings in general. He saved even Zeus. He saved Ares, I do remember that. Ares lost to like two mortal, I think it was giants or big humans, I don't remember. I think it was giants. Although not giants, like just tall humans. And he just, I don't remember the name of the brothers. They were like two brothers and they were beefing. So they, like, Ares just lost to them and they put him on a jar. And Hermes just tried to find that jar and get him out and brought him back to Olympus. I do remember, like, Ares, he even lost to the freaking Hephaestus, like the god of crafting. He lost to a craftsman. Hephaestus is not even a god of, you know, fighting. And he was trying to do Aphrodite, like Hephaestus' wife. And Hephaestus was like, okay, I have a nice idea. I'm gonna make some invisible shackles. So he throws some invisible shackles, and the second he and his wife was doing it, he just caught them both in act, and they were like tied together, and he took the whole bed and throw it in the middle of Olympus just for everyone to see how... because it was considered disgusting or bad to do it with someone else's wife. And everybody was laughing. Imagine being the son of Zeus and having Zeus laughing at your face while you're naked with another woman, chained up in the middle of Olympus, when he had cheated with his wife with pretty much everything that moves. Not even female related, like everything that moves. He has cheated with everything. And the one time you tried to cheat, you got caught. Like, that was big oof for Ares over there. I don't know. He even lost to a craftsman. That's all I have to say. He's only there because of nepotism. That's it. The only reason he's there is because Hera doesn't want anyone else to take his place. He refuses to give the place to... I think I remember that. She refuses to give the place to Heracles, just because Heracles is not Hera's son. I don't remember the name of his mother. Oof, don't remember your mother's name. That's so bad. Athena was like war, but he... Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to talk about as well, since we're having this mythology part. Like, if you see war, let's say two people go to war, when exactly do you pray to Ares, to Ares? That's my question, because if you're praying to your gear to hold, you know, your shield to hold, you're praying to Hephaestus. If you're praying for your plans to succeed and your tactics to actually be useful, you're praying to Athena. If you're praying for your kids to come back, you're praying to either Hestia or even Hera or even Hermes. At what point of war you're actually praying on Ares? Because there is only one point. This is when the blood flows. Ares is supposedly the corn of the Greek universe. But even he gets outshined by his own daughters. Like, his daughters were... Do you know the Strigois? That they're vampires? Effectively, that name comes from Striges. Striges was the daughter of Ares. It was like harpies, but not exactly harpies. They had wings, but human bodies. And they were coming down to drink the blood of the fallen. Like, they effectively outshined Harris at some point because everybody was afraid of Striges instead of being afraid of Harris. So Harris was effectively only be praised by Spartans. Like, that's it. Like, he's only a god just because, and he's only a god just because Spartans don't want to believe on the same gods as Athenians. Yeah, raw strength. Yeah, I mean, here is raw strength. He lost to mortals. Imagine calling someone, calling a god to give you strength that lost effectively to mortals. Ares was like, God is good. Yeah, that's it. Cheers. That's it. Like, at no point on a war you actually give prayers to Ares. I don't know. If you're going through ships even, you give prayers to Poseidon for having like a favored wind and all that. Even you give prayers to Zeus to have like a nice weather, or Poseidon, I guess, depends, to have nice weather or, you know, a strong faith. But you never give a prayer to freaking Ares. Like, he's literally only a god just because Hera doesn't want to give the title to Heracles. She just wants her child to be on the throne. Ah, there you go, we have a big boy. And as for the wrong strength, the god with the biggest raw strength, I think he was Zeus, because if you read the Odyssey, oh no, the Iliad, sorry. If you read the Iliad, he had like a long-ass speech about how powerful he is and how he could literally lift every other god up with his strength. So he was giving like a speech, if I remember correctly, on Iliad before the war begins, telling the rest of the gods not to interfere because this is like mortal matters and the gods should stay out of that. So it was kind of weird. He has like a long, like 3 or 4 pages long speech. Keep yourself safe. No, the guy who kept yourself safe in battle was Hephaestus with your gear. If your shield doesn't hold, you're not gonna be safe. But yeah, I don't know, like Ares is... He was never a god to me. Like, that kid is... I don't know. If you wanna praise him, go for it, but he lost to mortals. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, guys, yeah, yes, sure. But I think they... I don't remember because we had a lot of... what was it? A lot of wars that happened in Greece, and we had like a small briefing, so to say, on what happened like before the war begins and the prayers and everything. I don't remember a lot of prayers actually going to Ares. I don't know if it was area specific. Like, I do know, for example, Spartans were praising Ares for everything. They just were like, ooh, Ares, wah, or whatever. But to be fair, just see the people who followed Ares. Like, I mean, Spartans. They sacrificed their kings just to be, I don't know, just to destroy Athens. Like, the whole Spartan thing is the 300s. I like how everybody only remembers the 300s when there were so many of other cities. There were small villages that were sending more soldiers than Sparta did. Oh, but yeah, I'm sorry, they sent their king, right? And his wife was sleeping with Xerxes like 5 or 6 years after the war because she wanted to take down Athens. So, I'm sorry. Sparta was kinda ruled by a queen, and yeah, she just get rid of her husband, just so she can side with Xerxes and take down Athenians. It was a plot. It wasn't... I'm sorry, it wasn't heroic. I know everybody loves Spartans, but to be honest, the only thing I have to say about Spartans is they were as good as their god. Which is only god because of nepotism, in my opinion. I'm sorry. It's hard, you know, because all the gods were basically just... Yeah, they were local gods and they were decided...
牛車に乗れば比較的安全に移動
No, they were like more global beliefs, but everyone had like its own lore for their own gods. Like some people have Dimitra, for example, was the mother of the god of harvest, but some people effectively merged gods together. For example, there is many occasions where, like on many cities, that Hestia and Estia and Dimitra was effectively the same thing, the same god.
ギルドをご利用でしょうか
There was like a lot of, you know, merging and steering away from the bigger belief. Like there were some lore folks that were giving him powers. Like just as I said with, for example, Hephaestus, there was many ways on how he was created. One is out of spite because Athena was born out of Zeus's like solo birth. But that doesn't make sense because on Athena's birth, like the one who broke the Zeus's skull in order for Athena to go out was supposedly Hephaestus, like on one of the lores again. So they do interfere with each other. Like the origin of the gods is not exactly, you know, it's probably set in stone, but there are many stones is where I'm going with this. Like everybody has their own kind of lore. But yeah, I don't know which one is considered canon and which one is not. So many people gave a lot of traits to their gods, like English. Just as I said, like there were many cases where gods were merged together. So that's that. Advance extend the effect duration. I kind of want to change that. I do want the upgrade version of the Rihose shot though. Let me pay a little bit of attention to the skills and we're gonna finish some quests. Thespians are my favorite Greeks of ancient times. They prayed to a god of sex and had mad rip in battle. Well, a lot of Greeks were mad. I don't know. A lot of Greeks were crazy. Like the most Greek thing I remember out of all the Greeks what was everybody was saying to the Romans. Do you know how the Romans came to conquer Greece? Effectively, if I remember correctly, on the beginning, it was not their plan to conquer Greece. Like no, Romans didn't want to come and conquer Greece, but there was a lot of raiding happening in between in the sea between Rome and Greece. And the Romans were like, okay, dude, can we stop raiding each other? Like we're both civilized. Let's just stop. And the Greeks did the most Greek thing that remains true even to this time. I didn't do it. The other tribes did. just avoiding the question. And effectively the Romans just fed up and just ruined everybody. But there were a lot of Greek tribes. Like I don't want to call them Greek tribes. Effectively, back in Greece, everybody is calling them Greek because they spoke the same language and they have the same culture, like the same god beliefs. But like the thing is, Macedonians were Macedonians, Athenians were Athenians, Spartans were Spartans, Epirotians were Epirotians, people who lived in Knossos were Knosonians. I don't know how it's called. People in Lesbos were lesbians. That's true story. And that was the thing, right? Everybody was its own nation. They were not under one king. There was an alliance that happened at some point with Athens holding the majority of the votes, but that's not like a nation under one king. That's just an alliance of nations. They look like fire. Oof. I will. If I have some time on the work to do tomorrow in the evening, I will. Let's not... yeah, let's equip that and take the fire orb away. Wait. I'm trying to focus a little bit over here. I want to see what spells to get. I don't like that. An advanced form of remedy arrow that requires less time in charge. Loses an arrow hex with magic that saps health of a hostile target. Oh, yes, this is the amazing one. Okay, I'm gonna take that one. Okay, I do... Yeah, I'm not gonna keep Remedy Arrow. And we're not gonna take the Martyrdom Bolt yet. I might get the Hailstone out if it's not that good. I wanna try the Hailstone and the Flame Fang. But this is my life still. This is my way of staying alive. This is the way of killing others, but we have a mage, so that's not really a thing. Increase the maximum number of locks on a target when using... Oh, please tell me that goes on spells as well. After the user employs fire or ice or lightning on a weapon skill, that element is conferred of others. Okay, I don't have a buff, I think, on my mage. Recover a small amount of stamina when you deliver a killing blow on a target. Oh... Yeah, I can take that out.
こちらで受けたまわりますよ。
Ah, wait.
毎度あり。
Did I lost my pawn? Wait, did I lost all the pawns? Wait. When the hell did I lost all the pawns? I was talking about the mythology and the gods and I lost all of my pawns. I think the start was when one king helped Hannibal, so Rome sent a guy to keep them in check. Yeah, but I think they couldn't find out, like... they were like, okay, let's stop doing the raiding thing. And he was like, oh, no, take that. And the Greeks were like, no, we didn't do it, the other tribes did, so go ask them, effectively. And they started getting fed up and they were like, okay, we're taking Greece. It wasn't that hard. Not gonna lie, it wasn't that hard. Okay, let me grab some pawns. We're level 29. I'm gonna go again fighter and the rogue, a thief. But yeah, like there are so many funny stories about how everything started. Like I've heard so many things about the past. Oh, wait, what do we need here? I want someone perfect defense, cutting skewer. I don't know if that's great, but we're gonna try that. I think that one of these spells is making like a huge shield that we can go behind. Okay, I didn't do the search. Ah, wait. No. I need some skills. On the thieves at least, I do need them to have ensnare. Porn store or something. I lost them, I don't know where. Like, they were not... C was not available for the vocation, so I'm guessing... she actually died somewhere. Formal's Feint, I don't know if it is nice on a pawn. So what I want is Skull Splitter. Wait, why don't you have ensnare? Is it implicate the upgraded version of ensnare? Masterful Kid implicated draw quarter. He doesn't have Power Blast. Why no people don't use Skull Splitter? Easy Kill Ignite Blade. I think Implicate is the biggest version, isn't it? Okay, we're gonna try you. Let's go give her a level up now that we have her back, because she's my main pawn. There you go, now everybody's here. There you go, she's here. Ooh, I maxed her out. Damn it. I guess it's fine. Okay, now we have to go to give in the quest. I think we did like 1 or 2 quests. Yeah, let's progress the story a little bit. There you are.
陛下が各社として名を立て、す
There
べ
you
て
go.
の修理に受け取り人はその2はその2が夜、すべその隙に荷物の件。
Oh, that's a new mission. I didn't read it.
陛下が各社として名を偽各社王の素性について何か分かりましたか？これはしかしこの人数アーサーの正体、いや後期としてはダラーという男、そうやって対応に手間取っている。かしこまりました。しかるべき時に陛下が各社として名を立てられるようハーブ村の兵士たち。
Wait, didn't I do that?
これならば輸送部隊の兵士た彼らが運んでいベルンワースだ。残るは1箇所です。
Wait, what the hell did we do? So have been giving 3 tasks. The culling of goblins. Ah, okay, okay, yeah. So we have to travel in 3 locations, not 1. Okay, okay, that makes more sense. Let's go sleep and try to finish this quest at least. Is this the way for the house? That is not the way for the house. That might have been the way for the house. I'm kinda lost. Where is my house? Game. Ah, there we are. Okay, we have some new people, we have some new spells. Actually, I have like 20 minutes. Do we have the time to finish this? What the hell is he doing on my house? Now, let's go map. Global, the monster culling. Oh, so we did the other 2. But I didn't do this one. Okay. Oh. I also wanna check the Frost Hunter Bolt if it is actually good. Like we did freeze some Cyclops, I was speaking, but I did show them freezing. My problem with it is very slow to actually shoot, which is super annoying. Now I don't remember if freeing the ballista is gonna give us anything. Man, I love it when Dragon's Dogma finally gets some levels kicked in and you can actually run. Like, look at my stamina. I have some stamina. I have a stamina bar. It's not gone within seconds. Hello there. No, my stamina is gone. Two birds with one stone. Ah, no, that would have been if I did this spell, right? The one with the ice stone. That would be amazing. Do we have anyone? What are we fighting? If I'm not mistaken, is this way. Which is the same because we just came back from there. That is the dead one, right? Yep. Okay, let me check the map. You have to go to the mine. Okay, yeah, I was in the mines. Oh my god, I was in the mines. I'm an idiot. I was in the mines as I just left.
忘れられたリムストーン。異界知識ではこの付近にあるようですね。案内いたしましょう。
Now let me see if I remember how to get to the mines.
ギッシャが無残な姿に。
街道の治安はあまり良くないようですね。みんな気をつけてください。
Wait, did I pick the wrong skill?
採取は私が。
残りあと1箇所ですね。早く終わらせて。
This is the hill, isn't it?
あと1箇所だからといってだらけないでください。最後まで油断は禁物です。
It wasn't this the one that I could steal HP from the enemies. Now that I won a few enemies, I cannot find any. Damn it. Probably because I killed everyone when I came over.
Oh yeah, またですか。我々の実力からするとここは退屈な場所だと感じます。とにかく行きましょう。きっと何か考えがあってのことです。
Can you stop being arrogant and just play? Like, ooh, we're here again. Oh yeah, this is gonna be balanced.
この紅葉が我々をさらに高めるでしょう。
Cave exploring is gonna be balanced. Did we actually kill him? Oh my god. Wait, there was like another route over here. Yep. We just killed that, by the way. We just killed those, by the way. Hello there. I found an enemy. A shameful display. I think now we can open this door. Yep. And this is the part we need to explore. This is disgusting. Love it. Okay, I'm gonna try this one, the healing bolt. I have a feeling this bolt also steals HP from the enemies, but I don't see it locked. No, these are allies. Yeah, I think we did that. We got a fairy stone. Wait, what? Oh, does this have more? I think we can go back though. That's why he gave us the fairy stone. Ah, yes. You go all the way up here. And there is a ladder that we can drop, right? Yeah, this area I have done because this is the first cave. This is where we got the staff and the greatsword for the sorcerer. Oh, come on, don't summon someone to sell himself. I hate you. Run! Run! Damn it.
どうにか降りてたどり着けないでしょうか。さあ、どんどん行きましょう。
Okay, yeah, that didn't work. I cannot aim that on enemies, can I? Wait, there might be some salamanders over there. Okay, I'm gonna check if I've finished the quest. And if I had, we're gonna go back to Grand Soren or whatever it's called. Oh! I see a sleeping giant. I like that. Yeah, we cannot aim that on enemies, can we? But that skill is still broken. So what it does... Okay. I think I understood that. You can throw it. Holy, that's too powerful. Hello there. Damn it. Can I call it down? Kinda wanna test it. Oh! Yeah, my damage is not exactly insane on big entities. Especially outside. And it did went away. Okay, let's try the Cyclops. Oh, there is a dragon over there. Yep. Let's try the Cyclops and then we're gonna end it up on the campfire if we manage to kill him. choppers? Where are the helicopters? What? How did I manage to do that? Ah, wait, choppers is the goblins. It's they. Okay. Choppers is the thingy. He gave up. He gave up. Man, this skill is broken. Holy, and it's not even upgraded. Okay, let's make a camp, rest until morning, and we're gonna finish it over here. I think the game is gonna autosave. We're gonna continue this when I come back. We did stay a lot on the skill menu, and I didn't have a crash. I really do hope the setup I have right now does work. Let me also return to title screen. I do have the setup does work. I don't see my GPU doing anything crazy. I hope it just doesn't crash on the main menu or something. But hopefully, fingers crossed, this is stable now. Really, hopefully, really fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna go for work like 3 hours and then I'm gonna come back. I think 9 my time, we're gonna stream again. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try Lords of the Fallen just yet, because I do want to start a campaign, or at least a test campaign on Warhammer again. I do want to play DD2 again, just to test one more opening. There was a guy, let me find his name very quickly, that he commented something very nice about a slan, and just not getting the slan, right? It's not the slan. The problem, the big thing is the spawning essence. Aidan, I'm not gonna read the whole name, whatever. But yeah, he did say something about technology and about a start on skins, and I kind of want to test it out. It is probably gonna destroy Warzak. I don't know how viable it is on the late game. I'm not gonna recruit slants on the late game. I don't know if I'm gonna go into the late game. I just gonna have this on stream. Although maybe I'm gonna do that like tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is like a day off in Greece. Like it's like a holiday or something. It's not a holiday. It's a workers off day kinda. But yeah, since I'm gonna have time tomorrow, yeah, I'm gonna probably do that tomorrow morning. I think I'm gonna continue with Dragon's Dogma today. So yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye, Legio, and I'll see you all on the next time. Bye.